Ladies and gentlemen, our next speaker is a successful woman entrepreneur and pioneer in drug delivery system. An electrical and electronics engineer by education, she carries with her more than 25 years of experience in global marketing of pharmaceutical products. She started her career in marketing at Armor Chemicals Limited in the year 1992 and later worked at Biochem Synergy Limited, and there was no looking back. She worked in various capacities, the last being with Ajanta Pharma Limited International Marketing in the capacity of a GM. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about Dr. Satya Vadlamani, Chairperson and Managing Director, Murli Krishna Pharma Pvt. Ltd. She also happened to be the youngest woman GM. She started her own pharma export company in 1997 purely as an indenting operation. The company was initiated under the name of Murli Krishna Exports Pvt. Ltd. In 2003, as business opportunities increased, she switched over her operations from indenting to trading. Murli Krishna Exports involved in exporting bulk APIs and semi-finished formulations in form of pellets. In the year 2004, she decided to start her own venture in terms of manufacturing semi-finished formulations under the name of Murli Krishna Pharma Pvt. Ltd. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a huge round of applause to Dr. Satya Vadlamani as she's set to address us on addressing malnutrition in India, progress, challenges, and the path forward. AV? Ma'am, will you please join us, and can we have the AV, please? Oh, no? No. I think I have seen...
Hello, good afternoon, everybody, and thanks a lot, Leslie, for that wonderful introduction. And thank you, Dr. Satya, for inviting me on the stage here. I'm here to address a very old problem, an existing problem, and the way forward with regards to that problem. Before I do that, let me introduce myself. I am Dr. Satya Vadlamani, and I'm the Chairperson and Managing Director of Murli Krishna Pharma. And I have my technical director, my very good friend, and my sister who have joined me in this. Normally, for all of Dr. Satya's functions, my mother and my daughter and son also join me, but unfortunately, my mom's health has not been good and she's not been able to join. But she sends her regards to you, Dr. Satya, and thanks you for your personal invitation. So let me start off with what we do at Murli Krishna Pharma, and then I talk about the malnutrition, because both are interlinked to a certain extent. Not completely, but to a small extent, yes. Because we are also doing our best to try to find a solution for the hidden hunger as defined by the WHO, which is prevalent in India and which exists to more, I think we are only next to Africa in terms of it, and this hidden hunger is around 67% within India. And it's a very huge problem that we are facing. We have done a lot of things in the past to address malnutrition. I'm not saying that nothing has been done. A lot of things have happened, lot of new initiatives were taken up in order to address malnutrition, but unfortunately it still exists in India, and it is in a large scale across the country. So when I talk about malnutrition, let's talk about what exactly is malnutrition. Malnutrition today is basically underdevelopment, stunting, a variety of things that happen in children from the tribal areas, from the villages, and it is something which exists because of the soil, because of the food, because of lack of food, lack of proper medication, lack of proper hygiene, lack of proper awareness. There are a lot of reasons for this malnutrition, but it does exist in a very big way pan-India. So before I continue further on it, let's look at what were the initiatives taken to address malnutrition in India. There have been a lot of interventions such as Integrated Child Development Services, ICDS, National Food Security Act, and the Poshan Abhiyan. These have all played a crucial role in trying to address the malnutrition in the country. And this is also seen, if you look at it, there has been a reduction in stunting, there has been a reduction in underweight and infant mortality rate. These do reflect that there has been certain amount of positive working towards addressing malnutrition. But still we have a very long way to go ahead, and some of the challenges which we are facing in this are, despite this progress, malnutrition remains a pending issue. because with a significant percentage of our population do not get the kind of nutrition they require. Now, how do we resolve this? Is it just resolved by offering food or offering nutrition? No, because they still don't understand what is a wholesome nutrition and what is not. And this problem actually is even spreading to the urban cities today. Earlier, it was only restricted to the villages, but because a lot of people are moving towards the cities, there is an overfilling in the city side, and we are seeing this disease even spreading towards the urban areas as we look at it. One of the primary reasons is a lack of awareness. In the urban areas, it's more by the fast foods that you eat and by the kind of cultural and the stress and the mental health problems that are occurring among people, which are a cause for malnutrition. In the villages, it's lack of food. I'm not talking about villages, I'm talking about the tribal areas, I'm talking about even beyond the routine villages. Maharashtra doesn't see much of this except in certain areas like Latur and all, but rest of the places are still progressive and educated. But you see this a lot in further down villages in Orissa, in Bihar, and unfortunately, these are not the areas where politicians like to visit much because they don't want to go to those places where the voting capabilities are less and the needs are more. So I think that part is what we need to understand. We need to make mothers aware of what nutrition is all about. We need to make the children aware. We need to empower the women. The day we learn to empower women, we'll actually come out of malnutrition as a disease. Because once a mother understands what's good for her child and for herself, I'm very confident that we can actually address malnutrition. Again, education is another area. Education is an area you educate people, start making them understand. I think that will also bring it down considerably. So, and as our Prime Minister has recently said also, it is the furthermost village should be the first place where we should touch base on. That should be the first base for anybody to work with, and not the current urban cities and not the nearby places. So the last village should be the first mile that we need to move into. Now let me talk about why is it that we at Murli Krishna have some sort of an idea about why malnutrition and what we should do with it. One of the primary reasons was that we got involved in this in 2019 when we were approached by the Canadian government and the Indian government to look at a solution for anemia. Now, anemia in India is more than 67%, and as I mentioned earlier, we are only next to Africa in this disease. Last 70 years, a lot of work has been done in terms of anemia and the hidden hunger. And I won't say the work has been bad, but the work has not yielded results because of actually not having the right products which can address anemia. Today, whatever products are there all over the world are products which are more oral, and oral products have a problem of their own. Oral products create gastric irritation when they go through the human body, and when they create a gastric irritation, what tends to happen is there is a compliance issue that occurs with all the people. The compliance means that a mother takes a tablet only for 2 days or 3 days max, a pregnant woman. And when she doesn't take it beyond that, what tends to happen is that she continues being anemic. And an anemic mother gives birth to an anemic child. And this cycle is an unending cycle. So if we really want to be an anemia mukt by 2030, I think we need to do different things. And that is where, for me, if you ask me as a solution, I would always state, look at innovation. Innovation is the way forward. Research and development is the way forward. Provide products which will not have the compliance issues related to the existing products. And that's where we came in, and that's where we have a product, and it's also expected to come out in the Indian market through the government of India itself as a part of one of their major commercial pilots that's happening across 9 states of India and across 145 districts. It's a part of Disha Foundation, Disha, which is doing the work on this particular commercial pilot, and it's going to be a big product. So this product, what we have, actually gives you around 70 to 75% of iron, and it is a transdermal application. It is not an oral application, so it avoids the first pass metabolism when you apply the product on your skin. So you're not really having the gastric irritation or the compliance issues which are a part and parcel of every iron product that you take in. The other option is injectable, but injectable requires medical intervention and is only given at times when there is an emergency involved. So this is about my product, but yes, there are lot more things that are coming out in the Indian markets today. This product is patented by us and is going to enter the market. But I believe innovation is the way forward in order to address malnutrition. We should look at more fortified foods being given to people. We should look at better agricultural procedures so that we can enhance the capability of the food. I'm not talking about trying to use wrong kind of chemicals to make the food better. I'm talking about actually getting down to the agricultural part and doing a good job. And in fact, we have people like Dr. Mayank Gandhi and all who have done some extremely wonderful work in the villages of Maharashtra, where they have brought out the dryness. They have worked on areas which were very dry. Through good water irrigation and through proper education of the farmers, you have actually brought down the suicide rates across the country. So I think the solutions forward are innovation, working with the people, being there for the people, explaining to the people, empowering the women. I think you do these things and educate the people. I think doing this is going to make all the difference to the world, and we can and have a healthy and pink nation ahead of us. It is very much possible. And today, with so much of social media going on, even the remotest village, somebody has a mobile phone with them. So I think it's time to use the social media even for something good, not just for caste divides or, as Dr. Satya put it, or for something else, but use it also for educating and empowering people. You can do it. And it's not a one-person job. Don't just hope that the government will do it or somebody else will do it. It's up to you. Each of us live in some area. Try to work around the demographics of your area. We are doing it. We are in a remote place like Ranjangaon. Our CSR works purely on healthy habits, providing good water, providing good educational classrooms and all for children. We work in more than 10 to 12 villages in and around our industrial area. So I think everybody can do it. I'm sure each of you, if you work towards it in the small area where you are in, I think India will be a better nation. And that's all I have to say. But thanks a lot for everything, and thanks for giving me an opportunity to talk about it. But I think we all have to be soldiers in this war if we have to fight malnutrition. We can't just leave it, because no single government, no single body, no single governance can actually change the way people think. It's up to us. We have our mates coming home. We have drivers coming home. I think we need to train them. We need to teach them. And I think that's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Satya Vadlamani, for your insightful talk. Now I request Dr. Satya Brahma on stage to present the memento as a mark of respect to such a vibrant personality.